Now look at this man.
Yeah, it's history of what you were like, and that was how many years ago now? A couple of years ago?
Yeah, since it's been 3 years since I stopped. 2 or 3 years since I started having the stomach problems.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, we think we're talking about it right away. We were worried about other things.
Yeah,
so.
I was worried about the rest of that. I didn't know you could do anything
Yeah,
for all of that. I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was just something that you take meds for every day and you learn to live with.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be, I guess.
Okay. Hi everybody, my name is John Clark, and we're here doing a video today about a technique that I do for abdominal issues. Sylvia is a patient of mine. She was nice enough to do this interview with me. Sylvia, for how many years, Sylvia, did you have a problem?
I'm 63 now, and I've had it since I was late teens, early 20s.
So 40 plus years.
Yeah.
Sylvia had issues with her abdomen. What were your symptoms?
Bloating, pain, indigestion, acid reflux, you know.
You had diverticulosis?
Yes, I was diagnosed with diverticulosis. And whenever it got inflamed, then I would get antibiotics for it. But there's foods that you have to stay away from,
Right.
you know, a lot of stuff. And
So what foods were you having trouble with?
well, I couldn't eat after 6, and foods I had to stay away from was like anything with oil or, you know, peanuts,
Is corn one
corn,
of them?
oh,
Yeah.
corn.
And I imagine
Corn,
you like corn.
I love corn, I love corn. But I would double up in pain on the floor
Right.
with pain after I eat corn or nuts, more corn than nuts. Yeah, it got bad.
So a lot of people have abdominal issues, and like Sylvia said, well, there are certain foods she couldn't eat. So one strategy is, well, just avoid those foods. But, you know, what if you, there are certain foods you like? You know, what if you're an Italian, for example, and tomatoes is a problem for you? You know, that's not fair. So you were taking different medications, but it never really got rid of the problem.
No, nothing could get rid of the problem. It was what it was. The doctors just say avoid things, you know, that cause the pain, and don't eat after a certain time in the evening.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, so there's certain foods you couldn't eat at all ever,
No,
and then
no nuts, no
but
corn,
all food
ever.
after
After
6 p.m.
take nothing, no.
Right. So if you went to a dinner party and they brought out the dessert at 10 o'clock, you couldn't eat it, right?
Could
Right.
not have that at all.
Yeah.
No.
So that's not much fun. So I do a technique that solves all these problems, and it works amazingly well because it treats the underlying problem. It does not treat the symptoms. Medication just covers up symptoms. This technique fixes it. The technique is called pain neutralization, and when you have a trigger point, which is a knot in a muscle in your abdominal muscles, it sends a reflex into the intestines and changes the function. So all these problems are functional problems, not structural problems. So when I do this technique, you get rid of the trigger points, it gets rid of the inappropriate reflexes, and then the normal reflexes take over, and your function returns to 100%. So in Sylvia's case, for 40 years, you know, 2/3 of her life, she had these problems, and we did, was it maybe half a dozen treatments?
Yes.
And that was 2 or 3 years ago, and she's been fine ever since. So permanent problem for 40 years, a short course of treatment, and she's had a permanent improvement now for 2 or 3 years. So,
And I'm eating my corn again, almost every day.
there you go, and you're able to eat after 6 o'clock?
Yes, yes, and I don't have the antacids by the bed anymore and all of that stuff. I got rid of all of that because I had a whole array of things for heartburn and gas and, you know, acid reflux and stuff. I just got rid of them now.
You got rid of that, yeah, so she does not need the medication. So the drug companies are not happy about this, but Sylvia's happy, and Sylvia's liver is very happy too.
Yes.
Because the problem with medication, A, it doesn't treat the problem, B, you get side effects, short and long term. So we had 100% improvement with Sylvia, and I've helped approximately 400 people in my career since I learned this technique with irritable bowel syndrome, heartburn, acid reflux, indigestion, bloating, food sensitivities, etc., etc. So if you're suffering with one of these annoying conditions, there is a solution, and the success rate is not quite 100%, but it's about 95%. So the odds are in your favor that if you had a short course of treatment, that you would get the same outcome that Sylvia had. So somewhere on the screen, you're going to see my phone number. So give the office a call today and we can get you back on the road to recovery so you can have higher quality of life. You deserve it. Give the office a call today. Thanks for listening.